Yep. I gotta fix this guy. So what up guys, JRK Drip Mode, and today I'm gonna build a dial, but I'm actually repairing a dial. So when I first started, you know, I was playing around with different materials, getting familiar with stuff, and I was actually working on one that I was really curious to build. So I was inspired by the American Horror Story Freakshow season, and a really cool collection that I have called the Clive Barker's Inferno Parede has that field, right? Started building it and really got into it. Here as you can see that I printed out each one of their profiles and kind of in Photoshop created these cool little old school banners. I did create the Freakshow sign, and then I did put this battery to give it that carnival feel. Yeah, hold on, let's see. Pretty cool. But the one thing I didn't put time into, because I guess just kind of like brushed it, is I use this styrofoam. I hate this styrofoam so much. This thing really doesn't hold. It wasn't holding anymore, as you can see. So yeah, I'm gonna repair this guy and make it better. All right, and that's what I'm gonna work on today. Here's Mcfarlane's Clive Barker's Inferno Parede. All right. So all it really was just creating the beams, like a tent type of field, by using these ribbons. I had this net with the word Freakshow already installed. Pretty cool. And then I got these lights from IKEA, and it allows me to turn on these lights to give it that that carnival look. Now, to be honest, this foam, it's not a bad foam for other things like accessories. For a base, it's too weak, especially if it's going to be holding this amount of toys. So that's why I'm switching to pink one. And now I'm just trying to take this apart. See, when I did this in the beginning, there was no order, there was no logic. I was just putting things together and gluing them, and look at it, it just fell apart. That tells you that I didn't put no thought into how to reinforce this down. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna now kind of pre-drill the holes. This is the idea that I'm using to keep these guys together, but also make it look good. I did super glue it first, right? But then I also reinforced it by using this rope. So I'm playing with it because I can either put the word Freakshow right there or have the word Freakshow in the back. Whichever way works, you know? Alright. And then so I'm gonna do is just basically get all the components installed. And really I'm just gonna focus is actually on the ground. The ground's gonna be mostly dirt with the patches of grass. So, but in the back I'm gonna do the circus tent in the back. Alright, so as you can see, it's looking good. It's reinforced back there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start carving the base and then spray paint it. And then after that I start adding the grass and the dirt. So as you can see, I painted it. It's the next day, so this is actually dry. But I just assembled it right now just because I want to get a feel of how it looks. It looks amazing. And I am contemplating of giving it a little bit of a weathering, just a little bit, not too much. It's supposed to be dirt, you know, the ground. But also what I really do want to do though is that I want to add a little bit of grass in certain areas and probably do a little bit of airbrushing just to give it a nice, some nice shadowing. This is, you know, this is a freak show, so it's not supposed to look pretty. It's supposed to look a little bit grungy. So maybe I'll stain a little bit of the candy stripes, but it so far looks good. The choices that I picked in regards to the paint, it looks great. And again, traditionally I don't condone spray painting without a primer, but again, like I said, spray paint has some components that eats up your foam, and I wanted that. I wanted that because it's giving me that rough feeling. And that's what I wanted. So it's looking really good. Let's get dirty and start playing with grass. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start dabbing it. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting these little tiny bushes right here, or tiny, not bushes, but little like weeds, and I'm gonna paste them around and then airbrush them a little bit to make them look like more like twigs instead of green grass. You notice added some shading to some of the grass. the grass was a bit too green, so gave it a little bit of brown to kind of blend it in a little bit more. Still see some green, but not as bright. Also, the tent, the candy stripe, if you notice, it's a little bit more dirtier, or old carnival freak show look that I'm looking for. I did have a whole bunch of ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the ribbon kind of lay over it like a tent. But I also have lights to install as well. Pretty cool. Ta-da-da, it's done. So again, guys, my inspiration is taking from what I saw in American Horror Story, the Freak Show series, and using that as inspiration to create a setting for my Mcfarlane, Clive Barker, Inferno Parade figures here. Alright, so it's just trying to get that carnival, like hillbilly country, circus freakish, desert field. Alright, and I think it came out pretty well, and it definitely gives it justice to the figures. So yeah, guys, feel free to write a comment, tell me how you feel about this build. I know this one's a little bit different from my other builds, so feel free to write comments, suggestions, anything really, and then hit that like button, and please subscribe, guys. Peace.